Hello guys, today we are going to see the mechatronics experiment titled Real-Time Control of Temperature Using PID Controller. So in this experiment, here is the temperature controller kit which uses the proportional control, integral control and derivative control. So in this block schematic diagram, you can see the how things are going. So here we have your set temperature, then we have proportional control action, we have integral control action, and we have derivative control action. So this is the LCD display. This is PLC microcontroller. Then we are getting the feedback from your model. Now, what is this block schematic diagram is there? In this block schematic diagram, the PLC microcontroller is the whole these things which you can see in this picture. The set temperature you can set with the help of the knob given over here. It is in the bottom left hand side. It is not seen in this footage or in this picture. Now this proportional control action button which is exactly kept below over here. Somewhere over here we have that proportional control button. I will show you. Here we have that temperature setting knob. Here we have proportional control setting knob. Here we have integral control setting knob. Here we have derivative control setting knob. Now we will discuss about this temperature control kit. So as the title of experiment is to control the temperature in real time by using the PID mode, we have select this element. This one you can see. This is the element which is being heated and whose temperature is to be controlled. And from this element you can see the wire is coming and the wire is taken from here bottom side, and you can see this gray wire is connected to RTD. That means what? There is one RTD or resistance temperature detector inside that element which continuously detect the temperature of the element. Now the current temperature of element is nothing but the room temperature, which may be 29 degrees Celsius or 30 degrees Celsius. Now the element will be heated by using this 3 tungsten filament bulb, and from this heating the temperature of the element could be increased up to some desired value, and that desired value can be given from this set temperature knob. You can set any temperature. Now this is the initial setup. In order to run this setup, obviously you will require the power supply of 230 volts, 50 Hz frequency, the domestic power supply. This whole model you can see in the picture is connected to this temperature kit or real-time temperature controlled kit by using this wire. There is one fan also which is not actually shown in this model, where you can see at the back side of this control panel there is one fan. This fan is kept in order to give load to your element which is being heated. Whenever we conduct the exam, certain kind of experimentation in IC engine laboratory, the engines are loaded with brake dynamometer or brakes, Ronibeck dynamometer or eddy current dynamometer. In the similar way, the element which is heated is given load by using the cooling of this fan. Okay. So now we'll discuss about the control actions. So there are 5 6 control action. The very first one is nothing but your on off control action. What is on off control action? The simple on off control action is nothing but the on off simple action which we have on our switchboard at home. Whenever we switch on the fan, your fan will be on. Whenever we switch off the fan will be off. But in this case, how it will work? In this case, we are setting the temperature. Let us assume we have set the temperature of 46 degrees Celsius and we have the actual temperature of 30 degrees Celsius. So this bulbs will start, they will ignite, they will start heating your element, and the temperature will reach up to the 46 degrees Celsius, and after that the control action will be taken. Directly the bulb will be off. Okay, so in this way simple on off control action actually works. Now proportional control action, how it works? The proportional control action works in this way that the control action U or the control action of the proportional controller is directly proportional to error. Okay, so we have to select some value by adjusting these knobs. You can see these are the knobs. Okay, so what are this number of knobs are there in that one? By using this knob you can give some gain to your proportional control action. Similarly, you can give gain by using integral control action. You can change this knob. You can change the knob this D also for derivative control action. In this way, the various types of control actions can be given by setting some gain values. You can set any gain value. There is no barrier. At the end of the day, you have to find out the value which is best in order to fastly achieve your results or to fastly achieve the set temperature. So these are various types of control action. First we had seen is simple on off control action, then P control action, then I control action, then D control action. In P control action, your control action is directly proportional to error. In D control action, your control action is directly proportional to rate of change of error. In I control action, your control action is directly proportional to integral of error. Okay, so in this way it try to works. Okay, control action means what? Control action try to achieve the desired value, which you can see over here is nothing but the 46 degree Celsius is the set temperature and actual temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. Now whenever one will start the experiment, then after starting the experiment we are setting value, the element will be heated and it will be continuously giving heat to this element and it will try to achieve the set value. Then what is use of this P control? P control will try to achieve the value at some faster rate. When PI will be combined, it will work more fastly. When PID 3, all three will be combined, it will work more fastly. So for this experimentation, we have set the values as 100 for proportional control action, 31 for integral control action, and 9 for derivative control action. What these values are mean? That means we have rotated these knobs and we have got some values for proportional control action, integral control action, and derivative control action. And after that, your process will run faster and your required value or set temperature will be achieved at faster rate and more accurately. So now we'll see how it works. So whenever we switch on the supply, your setup will start working, and whenever we will start the experimentation, immediately the bulb will try to hit your element. As you can see, the bulbs are ignited, that means they start their work. The initial temperature is, you can see, the 30 degrees Celsius. The temperature to be achieved is 46 degrees Celsius. So now the temperature is 31 degrees Celsius. So slowly it will try to achieve your 46 degrees Celsius from 31 degrees Celsius. And whenever the temperature will be achieved, the bulb will be stopped, and again after some time they will be ignited whenever the temperature will be dropped down to 46 from 46 degrees Celsius to 45 or 44 degrees Celsius. So this process will be continuously running. So now when we talk about the industry, in industry there are various processes which are being continuously to be monitored and controlled throughout the days. For example, it may be power plant. For example, it may be a sugar factory where the temperature inside the boiler is to be continuously controlled throughout the days. So in this way or by using this kind of P, I and D control, your temperature inside the boiler can be throughout the day can be controlled. So thank you so much.